Hey there folks, my name is Luke. Welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review, where today I am reviewing a sleeping bag from Sierra Designs. This is the Cloud 35 sleeping bag. This is a sleeping bag which is good down to 35 degrees, and it features a unique design which you have not seen anywhere else. Truly unique, definitely different. I've been testing this out for numerous months now, and I'm ready to pass on my review. Let's go ahead and get started. Now with the Cloud 35 sleeping bag, as you can see here, it comes with a storage bag. It comes with a stuffed sack. This is an ultra light product. The regular size comes in at 1 pound 7 ounces. There's also a long version of the sleeping bag available. When it comes to versions, there's also a 20-degree version of this bag. It is available in one color, the color that you see here. When it comes to price, you were looking at $270, but at the time of filming, you could find it easily for $200 on numerous sites. This is a mummy-style sleeping bag, which features a 900 fill power dry down. The shell material is a 15 denier nylon ripstop, and so is the inner fabric. The regular version here is good for individuals up to 6 foot. It is 78 inches in length, has a shoulder circumference of 60 inches, hip circumference 58 inches, foot circumference 40 inches. It also features a sleeping pad sleeve, which will fit sleeping pads which are 20 inches wide and those that are 2.5 inches or less. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that you guys have not seen a sleeping bag like this before. Now, so far, everything that I've showed you here, you have. But check this out. Opening up the sleeping bag, hopping inside. Now let's cover myself up. I tuck it in, and now I'm ready to go. Did you all pick up on that? There is no zipper for this sleeping bag. This is a zipperless sleeping bag. I have never seen anything like it before, but I have to say, now that I've used this for multiple months, I'm a huge fan. I really like this design. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that, shall we? You can open this up, crawl inside. If you're warm that night, you can leave this open. If you get cold, you can pull it in and wrap it around you, essentially tucking yourself into the sleeping bag. As mentioned before, this is a mummy-style sleeping bag. Here's the hood. You can pull this nice and tight. You do have a draft collar all the way around. The top here is extra long, so you can tuck this in and wrap it around yourself. When it comes to the back here of the sleeping bag, there is no down. There is no feathers. This is a smart design because it makes this sleeping bag lighter weight. It reduces the weight of the bag while keeping you warm just like it would if the feathers were present. You have to remember, folks, that it's loft in a sleeping bag that keeps you warm. So when you lay down on the feathers, you compress them, they no longer do that job. For the next interesting feature when it comes to this bag, let me show you all this. It's down at the foot box. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm inside of the sleeping bag. My feet are down in the foot box, nice and toasty warm. Now this sleeping bag features a self-sealing foot box. You're asking yourself, what does that mean? Well, folks, it's pretty simple. Let's say that you're getting hot and you want to get your feet out to get some air. You can do that. Just like so. There's a hole down at the bottom so you can stick your feet out so you can breathe a little bit, cool you down just a little bit. That is a very interesting feature which I haven't seen on most sleeping bags. That is important for temperature regulation on those warm/cool nights. You all know the nights that I'm talking about. You go to bed, it's sticky, you wake up and it's nice and cool. Oh yes. All right, so let's talk about this right here. This is what they refer to as the comforter. So you're inside, you wrap it in and around yourself just like so. It works just like the comforter on your bed. And I have to say that I really do like it. Especially for those nights where you're a little bit warm, you can kick back, you can open it up. It's almost like a quilt. You know what? That's the best way to put it. This sleeping bag is like a combination of quilt/sleeping bag. It gives you a lot of variety when it comes to your use. You can lay down on it, you have the air, you're staying comfortable, but let's say it cools down, you bring it over, you tuck it in, and you stay super warm. Speaking of warm, guys, it's about 80 degrees and I am sweating my brains out. Whew! So guys, let's get to the review here. First off, the no zipper thing, it absolutely works. This is a fantastic design. And this is something that I really do like. I would like to see this being a feature in more sleeping bags, especially those for the summer. About the only time that I really want the zipper is when it really gets cold. When you're looking at temperatures around 30 degrees and lower, where you really want to seal yourself up so there's no cold pockets, there's no airflow at all. Down to 35 degrees Fahrenheit really is the sweet spot for the zipperless design. When I first heard about this product, I honestly didn't know what to expect. But I have to say that it has really impressed me. And not just me either, but my wife as well. She has been using this sleeping bag just as much as I have, and she really, really likes it. Namely for the features that I mentioned before. When it's warm, you could just sprawl out in it, you keep your legs warm, you could stick your feet out if you need to, you can have your top part exposed, get some air, but as the temperature drops throughout the night, you can begin to cover up. You tuck it in, you pull the flap over, and you're good to go. Another excellent feature is the sleeping pad sleeve. I have always liked this in sleeping bags. This really works well for warmer temperatures. So let's talk about a con real quick. When the temperatures get low, when the temperature gets down to even 40 degrees or so, having a sleeping pad in here, I've noticed that it really does pull the bag away from your body. So you have these cold spots where the material, where the down is not against your skin. When the temperatures hit 40, I typically just lay down on top of the sleeping pad. I don't use the sleeve. That way, all of the down is against my body and I stay warm. Now, of course, when it's above 40 degrees and you don't really have to worry about the down being right next to you because it's warmer, it works very, very well. It's very comfortable. You have the pad locked into place so you can rotate and you can turn all night long. And you don't have to worry much about this coming undone. It is when you're laying down on top of the sleeping pad and you're rolling around where this comforter will come undone. It does happen from time to time. It's not that big of an issue. You will wake up and you'll be like, okay, I'm cold. Must put it back in, and you can, and you're right back to sleep. This is a super, super light sleeping bag that compresses down very, very well. I will go ahead and show that all to you now. Pro tip, always start with the foot box and work your way up. Never go the other way, or you will end up with the balloon effect. As you can see here, you're looking at about 13 inches long, about 7 inches in width. It's not bad. And of course, you can really compress this down even further if you need to. Now, when it comes to the temperature rating, I believe it to be accurate. The lowest I've tested this down to is roughly 40 degrees, and that's because it's summertime. In the future, if I see that there is an issue with the temperature rating, I will do a follow-up review. But with this being a 35-degree bag, I've tested it at 40. It's obviously very close. Let's focus on the cons right now. First off, color. As with most of my complaints when it comes to Sierra designs, their colors are a little bit vibrant. Who cares about colors? Well, I do. I know many of you all do. I'd like to see their line of products being offered in more subdued colors. Coyote brown, olive green, like a gray, earth gray. That would be awesome because they make fantastic products. But not everybody likes those Teletubby colors. Another issue with the sleeping pad sleeve is that when the sleeping pad is inserted and you're laying inside of this and you're trying to pull the hood nice and close to your head, it fits oddly because it's pulled so tight. Not the most comfortable. So folks, that pretty much wraps up my review for the Sierra Designs Cloud 35 sleeping bag. Guys, gals, this thing is pretty darn awesome. There's a lot of innovation here, that's clear. And with the changes that they've made, they are functional. They are usable. Yes, there is some drawbacks in certain situations, but that's true in all things. For most people, I think they're going to dig this quite a bit. It really is a nice sleeping bag. It's light as a cloud, no doubt about it. At full retail price, $270, it's not terrible, not at all. At $200, that really is a sweet spot in my opinion. At $200, you are getting yourself a fantastic sleeping bag. Over the years, Sierra Designs has continued to impress me with their innovation and designs. They need to work on these color schemes though. Imagine how much more business they would get if they would alter these colors. That is a constant complaint which I see from you all in the comments section. It's like, yeah, I like the design of this or that, but I hate the colors. Most people refer to this as Teletubby colors. Sierra Designs, I'm actually the one who started that. Sorry. Not sorry. The Cloud 35 sleeping bag is one which I will continue to use for many years, and so will Susan. We both happen to like this quite a bit. For those individuals who want to go ultra light, interesting option. For those who want to really regulate and control the temperature, interesting option. If you all have any questions for me, make sure to email me. Until next time, strength and honor. Bye, guys.